Hey everyone, for those of you that have seen my other videos, you know that I am working on closing up my garage so I can make it usable in the summer because it gets way too hot here.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I'm getting so hot, I wanna take my robe off.
So in this video, I'm going to show you a few skills that are going to help you save or make a lot of money depending on if you want to go into one of these trades. I am in the process of insulating and drywalling both this wall and the ceiling because that wall's done and that wall's done. And then after that's complete, I'll be able to put in an AC and work in the summer. So when it's not like 130 degrees out here. So currently I'm in the process of adding an outlet because I would like another one before the wall gets closed up. And I'm going to show you a few skills on this wiring and then also choosing insulation and drywall that'll be for both the wall and the ceiling. So stay tuned, we will get to that in just a minute. When you're adding electrical to something, you need to mount electrical boxes. So when you mount an electrical box, you want this to be proud the same thickness as your drywall. So I'm putting on 1/2-inch drywall. So this is sticking out from the stud about 1/2 inch. That way when you go to put your electrical outlet in there and your cover on, this will sit on the drywall and not have a big gap between the box and the front of the outlet. And then the outlet will be rigid and it won't wobble. So if you have wobbly outlets, that's actually one way to fix that. The other thing I just did is I just drilled 1/2-inch holes through these studs to get down to this outlet, which has been here, I mean, at least 5 years because it's been here the whole time I've owned the house. And it's probably been here longer than that. But anyway, what I'm going to do, this type of cable is typically called Romex. It's 2-conductor, 3-wire. So you have a positive, a neutral, and a ground. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to match these cables up. So I'll put the black one with this black one, the white one with this white one, and the copper one with this copper one. And that way I will energize this outlet the same way this outlet's energized. And then run the wire over here and then hook this into the same thing. These have instructions on it on how to do it. So anyway, on to that step. I will put the amount that I was quoted to get the insulation and drywall done here and the amount it cost me in materials to do it here. When you're doing electrical, you want to take off maybe the first 8 inches or so of this outside sheathing. You want to be careful not to cut the plastic on the wires on the inside. If you want to know more about build sciences, I recommend looking at Matt Reisinger on YouTube. He does a good job at explaining different building techniques and why they're good and important. The other thing about doing this kind of construction stuff that's really nice is the tools for it are very inexpensive. I have maybe $50 worth of tools here if you buy really high quality strippers and screwdrivers. If you buy the low quality stuff from Harbor Freight, you're looking at maybe 20 bucks.
Ah, the sweet smell of an all-day sucker.
So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to combine these 2 wires and then connect them there. And I think I bought 12 gauge here and this is 14. But I don't know. Yeah, this is 14. And if you're looking for that information, they print it on the side. This is 14 here, and I bought 12. Yeah, 12 too. And this is 14 too. So I should really go back and get 12 so it's not mismatched. All right, be back. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that all of this is 14 so we don't have any problems. 14, according to National Electric Code, can also only have so many outlets on it. Working on stuff is fun, they said. Just kidding, I do enjoy working on stuff because it's nice to be able to step back from a long, difficult project, something that's hard and takes a long time, and to tell yourself that you did that and that you can do it and that difficult things are possible. Right over here, it's going to sit right above my sink. So since it's going to be that close to water, I'm going to install what's called a GFCI outlet, which stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. So ground fault circuit interrupter. So if you have a problem with water getting in there, it turns off the circuit and it won't cause any problems. You can see here this says hot. In residential, that means your black wire. And here it says blanc for your white wire, and then the green one is your ground. So that's gonna be your copper wire. And then if you see on the top, see how it says line here? That means the power coming into the outlet. And this one here says load, because that's the power going out of the outlet. So this outlet, depending on where it's placed in the circuit, it will cut off everything after the outlet if it trips. And then here, this box on the bottom, that's your strip gauge. That's how much they want you to strip the wire. So another thing that YouTubers that will give you electrical tips or wiring tips will tell you is that you have to buy a screwdriver with this bit on it. That's like a mixture between a Phillips and a Robertson. So it has like this diamond shape in the middle. So you can really get in on these screws and crank them down. You don't need that in your life. A Phillips head will do it just fine. They're just trying to sell you screwdrivers from their Amazon affiliate store. And then another thing that I like to do for safety is put up these nail guards. So if you notice here, since I'll be putting in drywall, and you screw drywall in through the studs, you put these up and then the drywall won't go through it. So I'm gonna nail these on off camera, and then we're going to get to the insulation part next. And then all right, we got the drywall all hung. You do want to put these screws between 8 and 12 inches apart. We're not mudding yet. These gaps are just fine because they'll all be covered when you tape and mud. But we got all hung up and we got the water heater put back, and we will be back in another second to show you how the mudding's done. We will figure out the roof next. It's also 10 o'clock in the morning and 90 degrees, and it's already too hot for my camera. It's overheating, so hooray! Now you know why I need to do this. Sorry that it's dark in here now. I had to switch over to this Milwaukee work light because I got to take lights off the ceiling to be able to put the drywall up. And keep moving stuff around. Seems like I didn't clear out enough space in here. All right, my camera keeps overheating and turning off, but I took that light down. I need to poke a hole for the wire to come out, and I cut out this space for the access panel. I will catch back up with you guys when the ceiling is all covered in drywall.